Hey, it's Mia Love! That's Mia Love! Look at, she got dressed up.
Oh, that is so sweet. Look at you with your pearls.
You got pearls on.
I do.
Oh my God, I can't take it.
Mia, we just wanted to let you know, first of all, thank you for talking with us. And we wanted to let you know that we are recording this because we're hoping to put out video of our little conversation with you. And I don't know how much background you have on the Chicks, but we've had a website for the last few years, and
3 years.
Yes. And our tagline is because we want to give conservatism a makeover.
Giving conservatism a makeover. It's our tagline, and you are that. Yeah.
Great. Great.
So we love that.
Yeah, so we just wanted to take a few minutes to chat with you and get to know you a little bit more on a personal level.
Okay.
So our questions are probably not going to be terribly traditional in terms of the kinds of stuff that you normally get asked in an interview.
Because we kind of already know policy-wise what you stand for.
Okay.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be so supportive. But so policy-wise, we kind of get it. But personally, we just think you kind of kick ass, so we wanted to talk. So we're like, we want to learn more about you personally. And then our readers will be able to get to know you a little bit more personally too, which is pretty awesome. And there's just not enough of that in the political realm. There's not enough of us getting to know people personally. And you seem like a person that is real.
Yeah.
And that is so refreshing. So.
So you had, we found you probably the same way that a lot of people have found you, which was with that campaign video of yours, which was awesome. And you talk a little bit about your family and how much your parents influenced you. And we wanted to hear more about that, more about your story of growing up and being a first-generation American.
Okay, well, my parents immigrated to this country from Haiti.
Yep.
They immigrated here legally. It's important to say that, and it's certainly important to them for me to say that. They came to this country. They had $10 in their pockets, pulled themselves up by their bootstraps. I mean, I actually watched my parents work several jobs to make ends meet, and through hard work, personal responsibility, they were able to create a life for myself and my brother and my sister. On the first day of college, I took my dad with me because he was the fun parent, the parent that you wanted to take with you.
Dad's usually like that.
Yeah, and my mom was the more strict parent that would tell you what you shouldn't do more than So I took my dad with me, and he was just really giddy. He was just really happy as if he were going to college himself. And there was one point where he got really serious right before he left. He got very serious, and he said, "Your mother and I have done everything we could to get you here. We have never taken a handout. You will not be a burden to a society that has given us so much. You will give back." And it's interesting that he would put the two phrases in the same sentence. You will not be a burden to society, a society that has given us so much, in the same phrase as we have never taken a handout. And it's interesting because what he was talking about was the opportunities that we have in this country. A society that has given us so much. Those are the opportunities, the American dream, and the ability for somebody to come here with nothing and be able to put 3 kids through school. So
that's a great story. I'm a first-generation American, too, so I get it. My parents came legally from Poland, too. So, and I wondered, with your history, too, if you felt like being a first-generation American had something to do with the influence, your political influence, and your parents for bringing you up that way.
Well, absolutely. Growing up, my parents would tell me stories about life in Haiti and living in Haiti, and some of the things, dictator after dictator, a country that has tried distribution of wealth, a country that has created class warfare that was so incredibly terrible that they were killing people in the street, a country that has taken every business and run it out of the country because the bureaucracies wanted a peace and the poor were jealous about these things. And what they didn't understand were these companies were bringing in wealth into their country. But they've run them all out, and that paradise is Haiti. And I see some of the same things happening in the United States. And, we've got to do something to change that. That's the thing that brought my parents from Haiti to this country. And we've got to make sure we preserve the ability for people to achieve the American dream.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so that leads me to this then. I would imagine then we were going to ask you who your heroes are. So your parents are probably two of your heroes, I would imagine.
Who else?
My parents are my heroes. I love, my parents have been, such a great example to me. My husband actually took me from principle to applying those principles to policy and the different things. He's pretty self-reliant. He's been able to do a lot at a young age. His parents have been involved politically, and so really opened up my eyes to what was going on in the country. And so my husband, he has some very strong opinions, and he shares them with me daily. And,
how'd you all meet?
How did you meet?
Well, I moved to Utah. I was only supposed to be here for 6 months, and I tried to introduce him to my roommate, and he and I getting together in 6 months turned into 14 years.
I love that.
I love those stories so much.
I know. Saps.
Yeah.
Total saps.
I would say the not just my heroes and the people, I guess, that motivate me the most are my children. I expect a lot out of them. I expect them to work really hard. And, my job as a parent is to make sure we leave a country that is more prosperous than the one that we've inherited. And, the biggest burden or the biggest fear I have would be for my children to come to me and say, Mom, we've done everything we possibly could. We were not a burden to society. Society was a burden on us and has left an impossible burden on us. It's the biggest fear I have.
Yeah.
And we've got to get out and do something now, or we will lose the things that we value and the principles that we believe in so dearly.
I think that we probably feel the exact same way when it comes to our kids, and that's one of the reasons we do what we do, is because we see how different this country is going to be if we don't take it in another direction. And it's going to be so, the way that we grew up.
Oh, yeah.
Even, it's exponentially different than it was even 20 years ago,
How do you think you've changed since you became a mom?
Well, I can tell you it makes you a lot more grounded. Mm-hmm. Whenever you think that you're all high and mighty and up in the sky, just go and change a diaper and
get spit up on you'll get spit up on your pearls. Yeah.
Yeah. Or take a rag and start cleaning your kids' faces. But it's the thing that keeps you grounded. It tells you why you're here, and children more than anything get you outside of your own life.
Yeah.
That's when service really comes into play, because even being elected as a council member or being elected as a mayor, it was all about being able to provide, to be of service to my community so that my children had a place to grow up, that they can call home and do that, not just for my children, but for the community around me. So children ground you. They let you know what's important without having to say it.
They absolutely do. I know. I think that motherhood just changes you.
Mm.